So I dedicated the entire month of February for love. So all of my messages and all of my blogs are about happy relationships, finding a man, loving yourself. And I wanted to do this blog to talk about this fairy tale that a lot of women have in their minds. That Mr. Right is going to come sweep you off your feet, and you're going to get married, and there's so many women that are like yearning to be in relationships and yearning to find a man, which is nothing wrong with that. That's all fine and dandy. But for some reason we have like this big fairy tale, and we focus on that. Like we focus on finding that man and finding Mr. Right. Well, here's my question. What are you going to do once you get him? It's like instead of focusing on, changing yourself to attract a man and, going out looking for a man, instead of focusing on that, I truly believe that we need to start focusing on being a wife. Because once you find him, okay, after the honeymoon is over, after the butterflies are gone, after the initial attraction is gone, then you have reality. And the reality of it is that really truly taking care of a man beyond the physical is a big responsibility. It's a big responsibility, being a wife, being a mother, loving, nurturing, being loyal, being submissive, while still loving yourself and fulfilling yourself as a woman. It's a very big responsibility. And I think that we focus on, the fairy tale and being, just being loved instead of learning how to love. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it takes a lot to really love a man on his deepest core level, all the way down to his soul, and live with somebody for the rest of your life. The ins and the outs, the ups and the downs, the turns that you guys are going to go through, the changes, nurturing him. That's who we are as women. We're nurturers. We're caregivers. That's just who we are. That is how God designed us to be. And there are a lot of women who have absolutely no idea how to feed a man. And when I say feed him, I don't just mean with food. Yes, I believe you need to get in the kitchen with your stilettos on and whip up a meal. Yes, that's a very powerful asset to have. But I mean really feeding a man. Feeding his soul, feeding his mind, feeding his spirit, while you are constantly being fed and filled up. You see, you got to learn how to do that. So I just wanted to give that message, to kind of shift the focus. And instead of preparing yourself to find a man, start preparing yourself to being a wife. For being a wife and being a mother and, being what I call a domestic goddess. So that's my message for you, and to all of you ladies who are running around saying, I am woman, hear me roar, and I don't need a man, I'm independent and I can do it all by myself, and I don't need a man to make me happy. Look, go sit down somewhere, really, because we are built to be in relationships. Like we're designed, our spirits are designed for companionship, period. We have a natural want and need for love, to give love, to receive love, and to experience love. And when you cut that off by saying, I don't need to be with anybody to be happy, and I don't need to love a man, to love myself, of course you don't. Of course you don't. But can being in a relationship take your life to levels that you are not able to reach by yourself? Absolutely. Can being in a relationship with somebody who loves you, who's passionate, and living in joy, enjoying life, can that make you stronger mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, and make you a better woman? Absolutely. Because being loved, I mean really being loved. And I don't mean being loved for all of this on the outside. I mean really being loved and really loving somebody else. It is such an amazing experience, and it will open your life up on so many different realms. You have no idea. So again, that's my message, you guys. I'm Shanel Cooper-Sykes. Go out there and get yourself together and prepare yourself for the rest of your life. Prepare yourself to be a wife and be the woman that you know that you were destined and designed to be. Be that powerful domestic goddess. If you don't have my book, Stilettos in the Kitchen, let me show you how to be a domestic goddess. Go to stilettosinthekitchen.com. And I have hundreds of women all over the world right now taking my Recipe for Love workshop, because they know that it's time to get prepared to get some real love. So if you want to learn how to do that, go to stilettosinthekitchen.com/recipe for love and get your ish together so you can go get that man of your dreams. I'm Shanel Cooper-Sykes. See you next time.